Hey there! What I'm going to do now is basically integrate this into our model while at the same time changing some of the parts on the inside. Remember, we were just talking about that. Now, one of the benefits is that we can literally go inside our model, and remember, we can use the unlit, and now we can see inside our model as well. Now, if we press B, our brush should be rolling around somewhere. Is that it? That's not our brush. Where's our brush gone? So, oh yeah, there. That is our brush. Okay, so what I want to do is just bring this down. It's quite nice. You can see the blocking volume it's using there and how it's sinking into the floor. Okay, and what I want to do is basically just start work on getting this to integrate into sides of this so that we get some interesting geometry going on. Okay, I'm going to bring that to there, and that way we'll end up with some nice firing circles going on that we can use. So just bring this in a little bit more, and then Control A. Actually no, need it a little bit longer than that. There, and if we look, it's actually embedded in the wall, which I don't want either. Okay, that looks slightly better. Let's just check it. That's too far away. That's just right. Okay, and check our overlap. That looks fine. Control A gives us this step here. Now I can bring this across and over to here, like that. Before I do, I can also elongate it. So just make it longer. Control A like so. Now over here, just grab this and that. Grab them all, in fact. That would be a help. And I'm just going to bring these all the way over here. Quite like working in this kind of free-handy mode. Okay, I'm just going to rotate this 90 degrees. Oops, wrong button. I always do that, don't I? Having the red blocking volume really is very useful because it means I can see where I'm working. That's a little bit too long. There we go. Now I can bring this one all the way across to here. And then bring this all the way across as well. What you'll tend to find is you'll develop a kind of comfort zone working with BSPs where you start to work faster once you've kind of reached that plateau where you can manipulate them and you know what you're doing without having to constantly drop into different viewports. I mean, for me, I find it the same as any kind of discipline in that it's a lot easier to be going around and doing it this way for me. Than it is to constantly be fighting with all the various viewports. And actually no, I don't want to do it that way. Or do I? No, I do. I want it that way. Okay, then you know, messing around with the various viewports and getting things to line up. I do prefer doing it this way. I think I've accidentally dropped my... Yeah, I have. I've dropped my pivot point on this, unfortunately. Never mind, I'll just manipulate it using geometry mode anyway. That can happen, but I'm not going to sit and cry about it. That's overlapped, that's no good. Bring it in. I don't want it to overlap. That's better. Bring these across. I've got a hankering for a cup of coffee at the moment. I'm probably going to have to go and make myself one. Because unfortunately we do have a very helpful guy who acts as our kind of 3D palace intern. However, unfortunately for us, he's also in India, which means he can't grab me a coffee. It's a shame, because I could really do with one right about now. That to there. It's a bit long over here as well. Okay, and that builds this step along the inside. Then I can hide my brush. Click out of there. Like so. Okay, so now we have this room. I mean, there's a teeny bit of intersection there. You'll have noticed it. I tried not to bring attention to it, but I don't want to have to go back and redo it all over again. Let's see. Where have I put my main brush again? It's probably gone off and reset itself to the middle of the model somewhere. Fairly sure I can see it somewhere. Oh, no, I've lost it. Nope, there it is. Silly thing. Get over here. Okay. Wasn't sure where my brush had gone, so now I am. Right then, looking around the outside of this, we have plenty of places now that I can put some geometry. Before I do, I just want to grab some base materials and just line them up on this. So I'm going to do that in the next section.